Well, here we go again. SypherPK uploaded the, biannual video, I would say. Fortnite Battle Royale is dying. With the conversation about Fortnite, Roblox, player counts, I would imagine it's a little bit more of the same conversation, but today we are going to be reacting to it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels, guys. Let's react to SypherPK together. Please show him some love in the pinned comment, description down below. Let's get into it.
Fortnite's Battle Royale mode is dying. If you look at the numbers, Battle Royale is seeing lows that we have never seen.
Okay, now I don't know. I haven't seen this video. I don't know if he's going to get into, like, specifically, especially with the title now that I'm thinking about it, Fortnite Battle Royale is dying. Maybe he's not talking about Fortnite dying, but Fortnite Battle Royale is dying.
Before. Is it over? Is Fortnite done? Well, let's talk about it. I'm going to be going over what's been happening, as well as the
I don't know, man. Like, I truthfully don't mean to laugh at anybody, and I'm definitely not laughing at SypherPK. He is an inspiration as a content creator. Like, he's amazing in every way. Every creator could, like, hope to be like SypherPK. So when I just, like, chuckled there, I didn't mean it disrespectfully. I'm just, like, I can't help but think, like, oh, here we go again. We all know that Fortnite's going to be fine, but everybody just likes to make the biggest deal under the sun about everything, right?
Main reasons why it's happening and what can be done to fix it.
I know what can be done to fix it, guys. 3 things, okay? We have a toggle option for bots, you get rid of leaks, and the players need to stop obsessing and over a game and make themselves continuously play a game that they don't like. Those 3 things would fix Fortnite perfectly.
So what is actually happening and why am I making this video? Because I have made videos like this before. Fortnite, we need to talk. But for those of you who don't know, other modes like Reload, Blitz, and UEFN maps are taking over Fortnite's player base. There are way less people playing Battle Royale right now than there were just a year ago.
And guys, I'm acknowledging that fact. I know there is a decrease in player counts, but at the same time, this is still a majorly successful game. And player counts go up, player counts go down. Is it more down than we've seen? Yes. But at the end of the day, the game's still incredibly successful. And I don't even know what the player count's like when you combine every single mode in Fortnite in general together. The player count's in the millions.
And look, that can be a great thing, but not when the total player base has also significantly dropped over the last year. Because when I say that Fortnite Battle Royale is dying, I'm not necessarily talking about Fortnite as a whole. Because Fortnite is still pulling in about 1 million players concurrent, which is...
Okay, there you go. Now, I'm glad that he's at least coming from it from this angle, because there is a conversation to be had about whether or not Fortnite Battle Royale is dying, and the answer to that is, no, it's not dying. There will always be people who like the Battle Royale mode, and if all Epic Games has to do is solve a few things within Battle Royale, and everybody would automatically be back to the Battle Royale mode, man. It's just issues that Epic Games could fix in, like, the snap of a finger, but they just don't. You could argue it's because they want everybody to go to the UEFN experiences, but we don't know that.
Bigger than most games today, but not bigger than their biggest competitor, which in my opinion is Roblox. So
now, I know everybody's, we talked about this in other videos, guys. Everybody is, like, just all of a sudden comparing Fortnite to Roblox because of UEFN, of course, is trying to emulate what Roblox is doing, but Roblox has been an established platform for about 20 years. And I don't understand why people act like this is, like, incredibly shocking news that Roblox is performing better than Fortnite, and who cares? We want things to outperform Fortnite because then Epic Games might, you know, kick it into high gear a little bit and bring a new experience for us that we all might come and love.
Right now has about 91,000 players, and it peaked at about 101,000 over the last 24 hours. But if we take a look back just 1 year, the average player base was about 200 to 300,000 players. Of course, in November, we had OG Remix, which was the Chapter 2 remix, and that boosted the player count significantly.
And look what's good, guys. They're going to do something like this again. Epic Games is going to have something like a live event. Epic Games is going to have something like a banger season. Now, I would imagine player counts are going to drop even more during the Simpsons season. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen. But Chapter 7 is going to come out. We're going to have a brand new map, and everybody under the sun's going to be like, oh my god, Fortnite's so back. Every single time that they're down, Epic Games just brings it back again. When in reality, this game has established itself to be one of the greatest and most successful games of all time, and it will continue to do so. I'm so tired of this. You know how everybody's, like, tired of Fortnite right now? I'm tired of this conversation because it's just incorrect. It's just incorrect. And if you're a content creator watching this video, there's a conversation to be had about Fortnite content, okay? I acknowledge that. I'm talking about the state of the game.
But then even after that, we're talking 2, 3, 400,000 average players that are playing Fortnite's core Battle Royale mode. This is the mode that everyone played back in Chapter 1, because back in Chapter 1, there was no other modes to play. Now there's a lot of different options, and as a result of that, we're seeing average player counts of 71, 76, 98,000 players.
And again, I get that that's lower. But we're all talking like this is a bad thing. Do you know how many games would kill for 70,000 players? Honestly.
Which is about a 70% to 80% decrease from a year ago, which is pretty significant.
Now, wait, what was going on a year ago? It's September. Was it Remix? I could be wrong. I'm not gonna touch on that. Maybe there was something going on about a year ago.
So I'm gonna speak quickly from a content creator perspective. I know you guys don't necessarily care, but I'll just explain from my POV what I notice is happening with the communities around the game.
Now, I acknowledge that there's a conversation to be had about Fortnite content in general. I get that. I understand the reasons why people are leaving, all of that. I'm talking about the state of the game, okay?
Because I'm very much in touch with the communities, and I have a big community that follows Fortnite. With the split of interests within the Fortnite player base, some people are reload players, some people are blitz players, some people play zero build, some people play OG. There isn't a strong sense of community like we had in the past. People care less and less about the new battle passes, the new POIs that come to the map.
Now, why is that? I can tell you why that is, and I'm not wrong. I don't care what you guys say, I'm not wrong. It's leaks. They have been out of control for a very long time, and I have nothing against any leakers whatsoever. They're doing their job. It's on Epic Games. The leaks have been out of control. Absolutely out of control. We already know what's coming all over the time. Everybody got their excitement from just seeing a post on Twitter a month ago before it actually gets to the game. Even just like brand new season days. Everybody gets their information from online, YouTube videos. There's nothing for us to experience in-game anymore. Shocker. Like, I don't even care that much. Like, you know, but that's something that could be so easily fixed by Epic.
And just the new content and updates, because the player base has been split up into a bunch of different modes, and it's only going to get worse in that regard. However, this was the goal. The goal for Epic Games was to not rely so heavily on Battle Royale.
And it's important to note, it's not just Epic Games' vision, guys. This was also Donald Mustard's vision. And Donald Mustard, of course, would have done what was necessary to also keep the live events and the storyline intact, things like that. But this was also what Donald Mustard did, for those of you still talking about it.
The only issue, though, is that they did not achieve the second part of the operation, which is to bring new players into Fortnite. Now, why is the Battle Royale mode bleeding?
Now, I wish we could see how many people came over to steal a brain rot. I have no idea. I would imagine they got a lot of players over there, but... And when was this video made? This video was made after Steal the Brain Rot, okay? So, I don't know. Maybe we just didn't touch on that. But I think, like, in time, I'm talking, like, 5 years' time, UEFN is going to be so successful. Like, it's... You could argue that it is a success already, but... It's going to be, it's going to eventually rival Roblox, if not take over Roblox one day. I'm a firm believer in that.
Players so heavily. Well, there's a few things.
Excuse me.
It could be that the formula is just outdated. When Battle Royale first came out 8-9 years ago with different games, and eventually Battle Royale on Fortnite came out, it was so new. Everybody was so excited to try it out. 100 players hop into a match, only one person wins. It was such a new concept, a very exciting concept, and getting your first win actually meant something.
Yeah, but that's something that they can bring back again. That's something that they can bring back. You want everything new to experience on the island? Get rid of leaks. You want the wins to mean something again? Get rid of leaks. I've always talked about this mindset shift that we've had as a community. We don't have that anymore. Nobody can handle losing, and everybody wants a participation trophy. I know that might sound cringe to some of you, but that's accurate. You can make wins feel meaningful again. You can do all of that stuff. The Battle Royale formula itself is not dead. It's just Epic Games needs to step up their game when it comes to the genre of Battle Royale.
Over the years, people have gotten hundreds of wins. Some people even have thousands. And with the introduction of skill-based matchmaking and bots into the game, a lot more people have wins than they did before. So the reality is people just don't care. They don't care necessarily about the Battle Royale formula.
Yeah, and guys, as somebody, and With all of my heart, I guarantee you, if you fix the problems that I just talked about, like especially the bot problem, I guarantee you that I'd be playing Battle Royale just as much, but I've turned into a Fortnite Reload player. It's that same kind of like Battle Royale genre, but I get to fight a bunch of real people with some fan favorite weapons.
A lot of other games are seeing bigger success in smaller, faster paced BRs. I do feel like Fortnite can do better to make the Battle Royale mode feel more exciting and rewarding. A lot of the times when I hop on and I play, what takes me out of playing Battle Royale is the amount of bots I run into. There's just way too many bots. It doesn't feel like a real PvP, player versus player game.
Very well said. That's my entire issue with Battle Royale. And actually, I've gotten a couple comments of people talking about like why I never had this issue back in something like Chapter 2. The bot problem wasn't nearly as bad as it is now. Nearly. At least like you'd run into a team here and there. Yeah, fine, whatever. But it was not nearly the same kind of issue. It was still an issue, don't get me wrong. But the seasons were also so good that, you know, like Epic Games did a lot right within Chapter 2 that, you know, the problem could be masked over just a little bit. And I've always said this, guys, just give me a toggle option. I don't care how long I have to wait for a game. Fill me a lobby of 100 people. I'm good with that. Give me a toggle. I'll sit in the lobby. I'll do something else.
Feels like I'm just hunting down a lot of bots and occasionally we'll run into a real player. It makes the game feel dead even though there's a million people playing. So as a result, people are splitting off to play different modes and it creates a bigger bot problem where matches are not filling up and Fortnite is forced to fill even more bots than there were before.
That's exactly the issue. Exactly. Look, it's caused me to go over to Fortnite Reload. I'm somebody who loves Battle Royale. I would still prefer Battle Royale over Reload. I still would. But Battle Royale has such an issue with the bots. Bots is the main problem. It's had such an issue with the bots that I've gone and I've just pretty much play Fortnite Reload now.
And this has a pretty dramatic effect on the game because think about this. Most of the development that Fortnite spends is on the new seasons, the new season battle pass, new season items, POIs, and themes. All of it is about the new season of Fortnite. That is where most of Fortnite's effort, at least publicly, is going towards. But if there's less people interested in the Battle Royale concept, Fortnite might take that as a sign that they need to spend less time on the Battle Royale seasons, and this could cause the entire mode to really just fall apart.
Yeah, that's actually a little bit of a worry of mine, but hopefully what they do instead is, hey, people aren't paying enough attention to Battle Royale, let's kick it up a notch, because they've done that in the past, and they've done a very, very, very good job when they do that.
Now, I did say I wanted to offer some solutions, but when it comes to the Battle Royale mode, it's very, very tricky. I know Fortnite wants to grow as a platform, which means it doesn't want to just depend on Battle Royale. But that also means as a community, we are more divided than ever in terms of what we actually care about when it comes to Fortnite. And you see that with interest in the game dropping significantly, because instead of us being a united front that is excited about a new weapon or POI, there are some people that just do not care and they're more interested in the other modes that Fortnite has to offer.
Well, there's also people that are just completely miserable and chronically online. The Fortnite community is one of the worst communities of all time, who are just consistently unhappy with the game. Epic Games could do the greatest thing of all time, the greatest update of all time, the greatest season of all time, and people still wouldn't be happy. This community has gone to crap. And again, I don't know where this mindset shift has come about over the years.
Which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if the player count wasn't also dropping. And why is it dropping? Why haven't we seen a bunch of new people come into the game despite UEFN being out for 2 years?
Well, it's still, UEFN's not in the state where it wants to be. And I would imagine, oh my God, it just came up on screen, guys. I was literally, you have to take my word that I didn't watch this video prior to me saying this. I was literally about to say, UEFN might have already been in a great state over 2 years because there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, but everything is getting delayed. That's what was about to come out of my mouth.
So let's talk about UEFN. UEFN is actually a genius idea by Epic to make Fortnite last forever. Because even if BR completely dies out, there are still people that want to play Fortnite with all the different skins that they've purchased, all the different cosmetics and battle passes that they have unlocked. It offers a very, very unique incentive to stay within the platform.
Oh, and like I said, I have complete faith that it's going to be successful. And you guys need to take off your I hate Tim Sweeney glasses, okay? And look at the game objectively, what it's starting to become. You just need to wait for these things to come out. These things take years to develop. Roblox is 20 years old. It's not fair to compare to Fortnite right now.
But UEFN has not gone the way Epic has wanted, but it still can. it just has been slowed down significantly. There have been a ton of delays on key features for UEFN that could really take things to the next level.
Yeah, like thin client being the one that comes to mind right now. But I actually, it might be a conversation for another time, but I'm not so sure that thin client's going to be like the way that's like, okay, people are definitely going to come to Fortnite now.
And we still don't have the thin client, which is going to be
I promise I have not watched this video prior to recording this.
a way for Fortnite to compete with Roblox, because right now to play any Roblox map, you just need the Roblox launcher, and you can download maps individually, allowing you to hop into any single game of Roblox very, very quickly. Whereas right now on Fortnite, you still have to download the entirety of Fortnite, whether you're playing on mobile or Switch or PC or a console. And then from there, you can go load up a game, but it takes forever to download. So it's much harder to bring new players onto the Fortnite platform than it is on a platform like Roblox.
Like, that's all true. That all makes sense. And I'm probably in the wrong here because we had a conversation with this. Last time I was streaming with Dagwell, me, Clark, Clint, and Loot Station. They were all in disagreement with me because I'm kind of like, oh yeah, thin client's pretty cool, but I can't see it like really bringing that many people because like there are so many people just raving about the thin client right now and how much that's going to help. There needs to be more interest, in my opinion, in trying out the UEFN experiences in general. But I could be wrong. I just don't see it being this groundbreaking thing. Will it help bring in new players? Yes. I just don't see it being this like, oh, thin client's here. UEFN is a success.
And Roblox has really mastered the formula. They have only grown over the last year, reaching new highs of like 44 million concurrent players on a day where Fortnite only hit 1 million concurrent, which is...
Now, I don't know what the numbers were like a year ago because I know Sypher just said that Roblox has boosted players within a year. And I know that people are going to talk about how Roblox's players are botted. They have alt accounts. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about Roblox in that sense. I also wouldn't be shocked if every game just has their player counts inflated, like Steal the Brain Rot, like we talked about within Fortnite. I wouldn't be shocked if that player count was boosted to get more people on.
Absolutely insane. Now, I know Roblox can be targeted a little bit more towards the younger audience, and some of the older people watching might not be interested in a platform like that. And they're more interested in the more advanced concepts that Fortnite offers, but Fortnite just doesn't have the tools yet or the ease of access to bring these players onto the platform.
Now, that I agree with, and I fall into that player more. Like, I am really, and I have no disrespect towards anybody who plays Roblox. I'm personally just not interested in it. And while I know that we have people there's people in my circle that want to do Roblox streams, I will probably end up doing a Roblox stream, but I'm also going to make a video on this. I'm going to stick with Fortnite, guys. I believe in UEFN. I still love Fortnite as a game. I love Fortnite Reload. I love Fortnite Battle Royale. I'm still going to be playing Fortnite, and I can't wait to see what it becomes in the years to come.
As a result, almost all of the top maps and success stories on Fortnite are recreations of other games and maps. We've seen it with Steal a Brain Rot. We've seen it with Only Up, Go Garden, and then the other maps that are successful are just maps that have already existed for multiple years. So there's no real true new success stories with new concepts that actually bring people onto the Fortnite platform.
But there will be in time. And that's something that the thin client would help out about. All of a sudden, every content creator is going to be playing this one game mode. Everybody's going to be... Sorry, I just looked at KFC prop hunt. There's going to be a game that kind of pops off. It's going to go viral on TikTok, and that's when the thin client will really help because people might actually want to try out this brand new experience in Fortnite.
And that's not because people aren't...
And then it's going to be a trend. It's going to be a trend. People are going to play it for a week, and then that map's going to get like 100,000 players, but then that map's going to go down to 30 players, and then we're going to have the same conversation that we're having now. Is Fortnite UEFN dying?
Creative. It's just because with the current system, it's impossible. But the good news is that the current system is not going to stay forever. Fortnite is actively working on the thin client. They are actively working towards making Fortnite more accessible. You know, we brought it back to mobile. We haven't really seen a huge player spike since mobile came back. But that also could be because no one wants to download the whole of Fortnite onto their mobile device. And they would rather just download specific modes and maps and games within Fortnite that they want to fit onto their phone. And until that's possible, we won't really see this explosion of players into the Fortnite.
That Peely is really creepy. I'm sorry to put a pause on there. I want to play that map.
Ecosystem. But when it happens, things will change. It might not be overnight, but Fortnite's potential will reach new highs.
Absolutely. Like I said, these things like take 5 years since UEFN launch. Give it another 3 years, and I can't wait to see where it's at. And like, could you imagine what it's going to be like 10 years down the road, guys? Everybody likes to act like everybody behind Epic Games and Tim Sweeney is an idiot. Look what they've done with Fortnite. They can make UEFN a success, and they will.
So let's finish by talking about what Fortnite needs to do. First of all, Fortnite needs to lock in on UEFN. They need to make sure that these delays are not happening as consistently and that they can put out the key updates and features that we need to create unique and captivating maps.
Agreed. I agree. That's very, very well said. You have a lot of people who are, kind of building careers around your roadmap. And if you want people to be serious and take potentially their entire career and invest it into your platform instead of something like Roblox, the least that you could do for them is to follow your roadmaps, and you say, hey, this update's going to come out around then. Don't delay it like an entire year. That's disrespectful to the people working in your ecosystem.
The second part is getting the Fortnite Thin client available and making it as easy to access as Roblox. It's the only way that they will be able to compete with Roblox and maybe eventually pass them up. Third thing, and this is for you guys, I feel like we should be treating this moment in Fortnite as a transition period. And during transitions, there's always going to be huge lows, but they will be followed by big highs.
I still don't think that this is a huge low, though. It's just a little bit. The player base just went down a little bit. You guys, everybody's treating it like it's the end of the world.
The transition goes well. I believe Fortnite is transitioning away from Battle Royale being the main mode to just having a bunch of different modes that have hundreds of thousands of players. And this could be good for the platform, but we need the players to grow. So no, it's not all doom and gloom. Even if the Battle Royale mode of Fortnite is dying, even if it fully dies out, Fortnite as a platform is here to stay, and I do want to see it succeed and grow.
The problem is, though, the guys, like, the problem with this is dying isn't the right word to use. Everybody likes to talk about Fortnite dying. I will say it until I'm blue in the face, man. We have been hearing the exact same thing since 2018, since Chapter 1, Season 5, season after season, update after update, and the same thing that we hear all the time is, but this time this, and this time that, and it's never been this bad before. I'm so sick of it.
With you guys as well. I felt like this was a very important topic that a lot of people were talking about recently, so I wanted to weigh in with my opinions.
And I thought Sypher made a pretty good video on the topic, guys. And as always, go show Sypher some love in the pinned comment description down below, guys. At the end of the day, like I said, man, there's a lower number of players than usual. But Fortnite Battle Royale is still doing great. And there's just a few things that Epic Games needs to fix, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video. If Epic Games were to lock in and they were to actually fix those things, because it literally is like this. Fix it like this. With their future updates, it takes like one update to do. This game would be on top. Battle Royale would be the most played in the entirety of the world. And we can't stop. We need to stop catering to everybody who needs wins handed to them. That's not what made Fortnite Battle Royale successful. This Battle Royale that we have right now is not the game that I fell in love with. And I love Fortnite. There's a lot of experiences there. Like, I've been playing Fortnite Bliss again. Love it. I'm not unhappy with Fortnite. I'm not loving Battle Royale nearly as much. The game's still fun, but I would rather do other things within Fortnite. Perhaps that's by design. Let me know what you guys think about this down below. If you want to talk about the player counts between Fortnite and Roblox, we also made a video talking about it right here. I'd love to have you over there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care, everybody.